What's up, y'all? We are back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 1. Who's gonna check my new boo? And when I tell you it started off right, Real Housewives of Potomac, count your days and also take lessons. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toss it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another review, and we over here talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 episode 1. It was coming with the drama on the first episode, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's the Harlem Nights theme for Ross with his his birthday party or whatever the case may be. And I am here for all of this, y'all. Let's get into this episode because this is a lot going on. So the episode opens up. Martell knocks at the door to go see Sheree. First of all, Sheree's body is sick. Let me just start by saying that Sheree is a bad girl. I'm sorry. To say she's 52 or however old she is a bad girl. But anyway, Martell goes down there to see Sheree because he's down there for a doggone photo shoot. And we find out Sheree and Martell are officially dating. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, did you not watch Love and Marriage Huntsville? He is still running behind his wife. Why is you on this show saying you officially dating a man who's still running behind his wife, ex-wife for that matter? Sheree, you have very questionable dating options. I'm sorry. You went from bad to worse, if you ask me. Well, worse to bad, because ex-kind is always going to be worse. But nevertheless, you didn't do well, girl. You didn't do well, because you over here saying y'all dating officially, and he over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville saying that, oh, it ain't nothing serious. The girls is asking about you down there in the Huntsville streets, and he said he don't know nothing about all that. Y'all just chilling. Girl, you need to pick your means better because this ain't what it is. But anyway, she said they've been seeing each other every week and she really want him to move to Atlanta. Ain't going to happen. All his churn live in Huntsville, girl. So you can go ahead on and figure that part out for another person because it ain't going to be for Martell. But she said she's happy. She didn't give up on love. Oh, now, Sheree. Do you think that's love? Do you really in your old heart, in your fit old heart, think that this is love? Because if this is love, somebody needs to slap you upside your head and call you Tuesday, girl. What is going on in your head? This is not love, girl. He said he not even love. He don't love you, girl. He said that on Love and Marriage Huntsville when the people was asking him what's going on. Come on now, Sheree. I'm going to need you to do better now. You too old to make these childish mistakes now. I'm going to need you to figure it out and do better. Anyway, Sheree surprises Martell with the chef coming in the house to cook some Louisiana Creole cuisines, and immediately being from New Orleans, I say, girl, bye. But anyway, he surprises her with the chef while he in the back thirst trapping, changing into his drawers. She said she loving on his body and all of that whatnot. And Martell was mad because he thought that the surprise was going to be a threesome. Now, Sheree said she wanted to do it cockeyed Bob. She wanted to do a threesome with him, but he ended up doing it with somebody else. Girl, I wouldn't give Bob a one-some, let alone a threesome. Are you crazy? Have you seen Bob? You know the money will make a bitch blind. I'm sorry. The money will blind a bitch like Ray Charles. Said what I said. Because ain't no way Bob would have played on my head top like that. Not a nigga look and shape and eyes like Bob. I'm sorry. You know, two things threw me though with Sheree. First of all, she said Martell exudes BDE, big dick energy. And I said, bitch, where? Number one. And then number two, girl, you really is running around, you know, like acting like this dude is really that dude. And he's not. Anyway, I just don't understand. Candy said he's an opportunist, and I said, not Candy. You are married to an opportunist and a dependent. I'm sorry. I know y'all love Candy, but I got to say what I got to say. Candy, your man has done the best he's done in life since he's been with you. You are the last person, although I believe Martell is an opportunist, but you are the last person to basically say that he's an opportunist. I say what I said. I'm sorry. Wrestle me down in the comments. So anywho, she tells him about the party, Sheree that is, and about Ross's party and how she wanted him to come and the theme and everything. And he said, well, who all gonna be there? First of all, why do you care? But she said Candy's gonna be there and Kenya's gonna be there. And I think she's excited to see that I'm with somebody. Now, immediately Martell's elf ears perked up because he knows in his heart of hearts he had done DM'd that girl before Sheree took the bait. I believe it. I don't care what nobody say. Martell was over there trying to tag along with some other woman because the woman who made him had finally left left him. He needed another woman to tag along to, so he tried to get Kenya. Kenya didn't want to go, and now he got Sheree. Sheree used a damn fool. This better be all for publicity, because if you have seriously taken Martell, I'll just say you got everything you deserve and not a lot, not anything less than what you should have got, period. Say what I said. Anyway, let's move on to the next scene. So we move on to Candy and the Candy Coated Clique. They are back together to do Candy Coated Nights. Candy Coated Nights. And I'm just sitting here going, girl, I didn't watch the first episodes or the first season of the Candy Coated Nights, girl. Why is you bringing that back? You already talking about sex all over YouTube and every other station that could hear you, girl. Anyway, she's got the Candy Coated Nights, and she said that basically she was trying to help Sheree do her little business or whatever, but Sheree don't want no help. Basically, Sheree is, you know, she don't want to pay nobody. She act like she got a team that don't exist, but you can't even buy nothing off her site. Girl, you don't have to tell us, Candy, that Sheree ain't good with business. It took her 15 to 20 years to get She by Sheree off the ground. We already know, Fat. We already know, but good for you to confirm it. Anyway, after they tell us Candy Coated Nights is coming back, Candy tells us that Ace had been hitting her up and said basically she's too busy and he like her to be home. Ace, you know, called her for some help, and she said, why your auntie can't help you? He said, because I want you to help me because you help me better. Basically, Ace at 4, 5, 6, however old, 7 years old he is telling his mama she need to come home a little bit more. Candy, listen to your family. Money ain't more important than your family. I understand you a hustler. I understand you grinding. I'm not trying to take away nothing from that. You are very successful. I am here for it. But it's not worth the time that you're losing with your family. That's just my opinion. I know the Candy Coated cliques is going to have something to say about it in the comments. But go ahead on, drop down and tell me what you need to say. But I just say her family is worth more than the money. Say what I said. Anyway, Kenya arrives and they go into another room so they can have some fruit that Candy says she don't want to go bad. And also Monyetta arrives. Y'all know I like to be some Monyetta. She's from New Orleans. She is a city girl, a New Orleans city girl. Go ahead on, hips, legs, and hips, and body. But anyway, girl, Monyetta sits down and, you know, we find out that she done hooked Kenya up with a man, a white man at that. And Kenya said he's done woke up parts of her that she didn't even know was sleeping. I said, go ahead on, Kenya Moore. Go ahead on. She said she got her a new man. He's attentive. She loves him. He loves her. She ain't say love. I'm just adding that, but I'm just going to say Kenya's got a man at home. Listen, if these white men is loving on us sisters like they say they is, then I need to go find me one. Don't tell my man I said that though. But you get what I'm saying, girl. Miss Kenya said she is woke and alive in places she didn't even know she was asleep. Go ahead on, Miss Kenya, girl, as you should. I'm here for it because Mark ain't crap. So anyway, we learned that Monyetta had done set up Kenya with this man of hers. You know, she know all the good white men allegedly. And she done set Kenya up with this man. And Kenya is here for it. Kenya said, Candy, you know, I thought you was the one who knew all the people. But it turns out Monyetta is that girl on the streets of the ATL. Go ahead on, New Orleans, Atlanta, Monyetta, as you should. But anyway, Candy had an issue with Monyetta because she said she felt like Monyetta didn't help up for her when it was over there dragging her last season. Girl, Monyetta said, I take sides. No, I don't take sides. Monyetta said basically she tries to get both sides of the story. And she, you know, resent that Candy feels like that about her because that's not her, you know, tea. Candy, you cannot expect everybody to not say nothing about you. If Monyetta decided to get two sides of the story to figure out how she wanted to approach it, that's okay. Candy, you do spoofs about people. You do videos, speak on it. You speak on this girl is giving more tea than the doggone shows. You can't be mad. People gonna talk, Candy. Candy, people are gonna talk. You just gotta take that in stride. Now, come on now. You in the business. You know how this thing go. People are gonna talk. Stop feeling some type of way because everybody ain't just helping up for you. So now Kenya says she's glad to have found a new man because she said her and her man been separated since 2019. Girl, how long is this divorce going to take and why is it taking so long? I know you got more men and you got your businesses, Kenya, but god damn, what is y'all doing over there behind these divorce papers? Candy lets us know she only did a spoof on Sheree because Sheree be throwing shade and act like she don't remember what she did. Girl, you know how Sheree is. So she said she was just getting back at her. But anyway, Kenya asked if Sheree's supposed to be bringing Martell. And they said, yeah, that's what the word on the street is. But then Kenya tells us that baby Martell had done hopped in her DMs. And I said, girl, I know you lying. But ultimately, it sounds about right because Martell is an opportunist. I mean, I get it. You feel like you know, Candy is the last person to call you an opportunist, but I believe you're an opportunist. I believe you climbed in a bunch of DMs before you fell on Sheree's, and Sheree picked it up. Yeah, you did DM the girl because she pulled it up and it said accept or decline. I know I've gotten a lot of DMs from people and I have to accept or decline, and you hurry up and deleted the message when it got serious with Sheree. That's just what it is. That's what you did. You hurry up and deleted it before Sheree found out, so it could look like you didn't DM the girl. You did. Kenya's a beautiful girl. I would DM Kenya if I really swung that way for real. But you know, anyways, Candy goes on to tell us that basically Todd has an issue because Todd wants her to help him produce his new movie. And she says she busy. She got a lot going on. And she, you know, is making her frustrated because Todd is basically trying to make her the problem. And she is not the problem. She just got a lot on her plate. She got to make time for her churn. She got to make time for this business. She got to make time for everything. She ain't got time to be running behind Todd like a child. I'm here for it. And then guess what Candy does? Candy cries. I don't know if y'all been watching me. You probably haven't, but I did a video way back in her, maybe another show or so ago. And I said Candy needs to invest in cry babies, the Candies, and call them Candy Cries. Because Candy cries. Candy said, you know, it's not her. Todd moving the times around, making it seem like he want her here at 11. When she there at 11, she felt bad, so she there. And then next thing you know, it's at 3. She had already committed to doing spoofs and hired a team. She ain't got time to be running behind Todd, as you shouldn't. Todd knew what he signed up for when he became a husbander, or a husband, wife. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. Todd, the girl is busy. She ain't got time to be entertaining you. And then furthermore, the last player movie you did, you told her you wanted to do this independent because you wanted to be independent of her. Now all of a sudden you need her on the team. Candy, girl, I don't know what to tell you, girl. Because, I mean, if you want to save your marriage, then go ahead on and stand by your man. But if not, girl, I'm going to need you to tell Todd to pick up his britches. Because it's just giving me dependent. It's just giving me 5th child. I don't know how many children you got, 4 or 5. But it's giving me whatever number you got, add +1 to it. I'm sorry. Now, Kenya did give her some really good advice. She said, I don't want to see you down there at divorce court where me and my husband is at right now. So I will suggest that you make time for your man. And, you know, like I said, if the marriage is that important, then absolutely make time for your man, girl. But he got to understand you are the dependent. You do what I say. Do you hear me? But Kenya, you know, shout out to Kenya for being a good friend, telling her friend Candy she ain't want her down there. Because, listen, I would have said that, and then I would have also said, girl, what's more important? Nah, I'm not that friend, girl. Say what I said. Anyway, let's move on. So we move on to the next scene. We at Sanya's house. Her and her whole family is over there at the house. And Sanya lets us know that she's throwing Ross a party. Now, she started with a $40,000 budget, but it turned into $100,000, girl. In this climate, in this doggone economy, y'all got $100K to throw on a birthday party? Shit, you should have invited me, girl. But anyway, I ain't hating. She said she throwing her man a birthday party. It's his 40th birthday. You know, Ross finer than the dog. I ain't gonna lie. He fine. But anyway, so I'm here for it. She said she got a whole family living with her. This the whole family tree. Her mama, her daddy, her husband, her sister, her husband, her child, and her sister 2 children. And you know, if that didn't gag me enough, because that gagged me right then and there, I ain't gonna lie, because I'm thinking, girl, you got too many people in your house. Y'all living like Mexicans. No shade. And listen, Mexicans are very smart, but I'm just saying, it's just too many heads under one roof. But Sanya's sister had the absolute nerve to tell her she's a dingbat, and basically she don't respect her husband's time, because not Sanya, but her sister's husband couldn't hack it down in the real estate world, so Sanya had to give him a job. And listen, I'm here with Sanya. Sanya said, I done had all y'all eat off of me. Girl, you taking care of them, and this girl is sitting in your kitchen calling you a dingbat? Her husband, and their badass churn would have had to get the hell on. Say what I said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, you've done way more than enough, Sanya. See, I know y'all Jamaican. Y'all got different cultures. But in America, the moment my sister would have stood in my kitchen and called me a dingbat, that would have been the last meal and the last supper. Do you hear me? She would have had to go. And listen, even your husband had to get up and walk away because he probably felt some type of way, but he ain't want no smoke. Girl, look, your sister and her unemployed husband would have had to go down there to the unemployment office and ask for housing because they wouldn't have been staying with me. Say what I said. Ship them back to Jamaica, man. Say what I said. Anyway, let's move on to the next scene. So now we got Brooklyn and Kenya. First of all, Brooklyn is so gorgeous. And Kenya got some dresses for Brooklyn to try on. And guess what? Miss Brooklyn is so excited. She said she is gone with the wind fabulous. As you are, Miss Brooklyn. Miss Brooklyn is that girl. I am here. Miss Brooklyn need a peach. Said what I said. But anyway, Candy over there at the house doing family time. She had to order some food for the churn. Look at Blaze. Oh, she's so cute. She's such a cutie patootie. I love me chocolate babies. But anyway, Blaze is over there asking her mama for something to drink, and Todd is over there working tirelessly on this movie that we ain't never heard of. Girl, can we at least get the title in here? She telling him it's family time. He said he busy. He ain't got time. He trying to work out this doggone producing and the script and reading and all of that. And I'm just sitting here going, girl, Todd, bye, please. If you gonna work this hard, at least let us get the title. Candy is over there, and she's just like over it. She was like, Todd ain't gonna come over here. He over there working on that doggone play or movie or whatever it is he working on. Candy is over it. Girl, Candy, pull out the rest of the takeout, feed your churn, and go lay down, girl, at this point. Let's move to the next scene, because this was too much going on. So now in the next scene, Marlo and the boys are doing a Taco Tuesday. The boys have cooked. William and what's the other one named? Jeffrey? I forgot. I'm sorry. But they did a Taco Tuesday for Marlo. Marlo is so happy that she's got the boys. She said she knows she kicked them out. She ain't mean to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But she did. But she's got a life coach that's coming over to help her how to do gentle parenting. You know, she said when she was younger, her mama said what she said and you just went upstairs. But the new life coach is basically over there showing Marlo and the boys how to gentle parent. She wanted them to come up with a mission statement, and they did. Lil William told her that basically they take some accountability for the things that happened, because Marlo said she didn't really mean to put them out or say it like that, but you know, she had to do what she had to do. But you know, the kids understand. They are here for it. She said she hadn't talked to her sister. The sister don't talk to the churn. She's happy that she's got a life coach in her life, as she should, because she's a Muncie. She's never been a mother. She's just recently become an auntie, and now she's in charge of these two lives. That's big. So I'm here for Marlo getting help, you know, for her little situation down there at the house, because her and the boys definitely need it. So now we move to the next scene. Sheree's got the girls coming over, Sanya and her new friend Courtney, and we see her in her She by Sheree. Retail price $274. And I said, Sheree, girl, I know you lying to me. Now, I know you over there working out with Miss Sanya, and, you know, trying to get Sanya a booty that she'll never forget or never get, for that matter. But, girl, $274, you have lost your mind. Anyway, Sanya and her over there doggone working out, because Sanya trying to get ready for the party that her and Ross is throwing, because, you know, she said her man, she's throwing this party for her man. Her man got to be right. She got to be right. He's going to be quick. She's going to be one of the hoes that Vera had. I don't know. I'm just going off of, you know, a tangent. But anyway, she tells she began to tell Sheree about what happened with her sister calling her a dingbat, and I'm sitting over here saying, girl, why haven't you slapped her yet? And Sheree is all ears. Sheree was like, girl, for real? She did what? And then the doorbell rings. Who is it? It's Courtney. Courtney, her new friend. Courtney is the girl that's coming over there. She's the new girl. I don't know if she got a peach or not, and if she do, I need to know why. But Courtney is over there as Sheree's friend, and she's going to do her bidding when it comes to Candy. Now, her and Sanya is having a conversation, and Sheree tells Sanya that she invited her to the party, and she's telling her what all she needs to wear. And we find out that Courtney says she feels some type of way because Candy was calling around town asking about her, and immediately I said, Leonardo DiCaprio. Girl, that girl wasn't calling around asking about you, and for what? Look, you a marketing consultant or whatever. You got your own jewelry line, girl. We here for it. But come on now, I'm going to need you to come with something more authentic. I don't believe Candy was around there asking about you. But anyway, she said, you know, she was around there asking about me or whatever, and I didn't really appreciate that or whatever. And she said, you know, Candy needs to stop that. And I'm sitting here, girl, saying you need to stop this, girl, because this is giving too much. But anyway, Sheree said basically she talk about everybody, girl, because she was talking about me and her spoofs, and it's just really tired and through. And the only time when she's not talking about me is when she's sucking dick or eating. And I say, oh my God. Anyway, girl, Sheree, you're around there telling these people that you and Martell kicking it, but y'all ain't got a label on it. I'm glad you said that, because he over there telling the people in Huntsville he barely know your child. Girl, I'm going to need you to get it together. The read was good. It was cute. But I'm going to need you to get it together, because your choice in men really sucks. I'm sorry. More than Candy sucks dick in the locker room, according to you, allegedly. Nah, I said what I said. Sheree, you are a beautiful woman, but you are a silly girl. You know what? Saying your sister should have called you a dingbat, because you are the true dingbat. Let's move on to the next scene. So now it's the day of the party, and as I've said earlier, saying I went from $40,000 to $100,000 for this party. I ain't gonna lie, the lights, everything, the setup is cute. They got the casino thing going on. It was pretty cute. She said she's gonna do whatever it takes for her man. That's her man, and she's gonna stick beside him, as you should. You married him. Anyway, on the flip side, the girls is getting ready. So Candy and Todd is at home trying to pick something out to wear. And Todd said, what should I wear? And he pulled out this pimp hat. And Candy said, don't pull that out, because if you pull that out, then basically Marlo's going to come around needing a job. And we don't want to employ Marlo in that manner. Do you understand me? And I'm sitting here going, that was a read. Now, on the flip side, Marlo is over there meeting with her manager or her stylist or whoever he is. And he basically telling her that, you know, girl, we trying to get you together, have you look like one of the girls, you know what I'm saying? Get your little vibe going and whatnot. And Marlo was like, well, yeah, girl, I'll be around there, because Candy coming, and I have been seeing these spoofs that she's been doing about me. You know, one of the spoofs where my wig was pushed down to my eyebrows. It was a key, girl. You know, it was a key. But it's good that you're doing spoofs, because Broadway ain't working out for you. So maybe the spoofs, you know what I mean, might be a little bit more your speed. She said, I'm glad you're doing that, because the spoofs are very funny. You know what I mean? She wasn't taking it bad. She was just throwing her little shade and saying, girl, look, Broadway ain't working out, so the spoofs is best for you. But we find out on Candy Speak on it that Broadway actually, is working out. She's doing extremely well. So the joke's on you, Big Marlo. She said what she said. Say what you will about Candy. Say what you will about her dependent. But she's a very successful businesswoman. Say what I said. So, you know, that was a premature joke that didn't quite work out. Anyway, the stylist said, girl, we're going to get you together so you can go down here and shut it down. Marlo is the fashion girl. So we know that. And Marlo's going to look really cute for the party tonight. So let's move on. So now it's party time. It's the night of the party. I'm not going to lie. The ambiance was really great. They got the girls twirling. They got the casino popping. All the people are dressed up in the 1920s, 30s garb. It's looking real. It's giving Harlem Nights. I ain't going to lie. It really is giving Harlem Nights. You know, everybody's there dressed in their right attire, gambling, doing roulette and all of that. And then Sanya's sister, walks in. And she said basically, she's glad she's got off for the night. Saying your sister, you know, you said earlier in this doggone thing that basically you used to be at your sister's beck and call when she was running track when it came to the hair. But now that she ain't doing track and field and all of that, she needs to understand that the roles have changed. No, heifer, the roles don't change when you still living under my roof. Do you hear me? The roles don't change. Now, you lucky Sanya gave you the night off, because I'd have had your ass working just to get in for admission. Say what I said. Because you feeling too big for your britches. Sanya must be the older sister and you must be the younger. And you must be used to getting your way and saying what you got to say. And nobody don't question it. Because Sanya, if it was me, that heifer would have been humbled right then and there. First of all, you're not about to play with me on national TV. But then to play with me, period. And I'm supplying you a lifestyle. Girl, anyway, Kenya said the bar said hella low. She said because the last party where they had the party city decorations and the cold meat pies, she said she's not expecting much at this party. I'm sorry. But honestly, when she gets in, she actually says that the party is super nice. She really said, you know, you saying you spent the coin. So shout out to Kenya for giving her props where it's due. I believe Kenya and Sanya are, you know, forming some sort of relationship here. And I'm here for it. You know, I like Kenya now. I didn't used to like her in the past, but I'm here for it. But anyway, they're at the party, and guess who they run into? Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is there, even though he RSVP'd before his wife could. But his wife ain't there because he claims she has a family crisis and she's not feeling well. I'm with Kenya. You married to the crisis and the family, so you need to be at the house with your wife, you idiot. But you know, Wreck-It Ralph is over there to do something real bad again, like he always does. And I just feel like I'm just getting guilt all over the picture. Not even just from knowing what happened. Just looking at him in his eyes just give me guilt. Kenya, you said it right when you said it the first time. You are the husband. You need to be there with your wife, period. Not over here talking about you need to be here to support doggone Ross. Ross got enough support from his family. But no, Wreck-It Ralph said, screw his wife, her family crisis, her daddy, the daddy might be feeling not too good or she ain't feeling too good. Who cares? I got to support my homie. It's giving low homo vibes. See what I said. And this is not a dig. It's just giving what the rumors is saying back there is true. Why is you over there supporting a man and not your wife, you idiot? No wonder y'all getting divorced, child. So anywho, the people starts to arrive. You got Candy and Tide. They come in giving very 1920s, 30s Harlem Nights. Y'all looked good. I ain't gonna lie. Candy and Tide walks in. Then you got Marlo. She's there giving the right headdress. You know, Marlo don't miss on that fashion. Y'all can say what y'all want about Marlo, but she miss on a lot of things. Maybe even some reads. But that fashion never misses. But anyway, Candy is over there. Marlo says she's staying away from Candy and everybody because she don't want no drama. She don't want no smoke. She's just trying to, you know, blend in, as you would say. She said she don't want no problems with no Candy. Candy basically over there just minding her business. They at the roulette table. I love that little fake cigarette thing that she had. That is very, very cute for Marlo. But Marlo never misses, like I said. But anyway, so Marlo over there minding her business, not knowing that it's about to go down. Like Marlo said, listen, I don't want no smoke with no Candy. I heard she been talking crap about me, you know what I mean? But I heard also about Martell speaking and dealing with somebody else. But that's none of my business. Speaking of Martell, in comes Sheree and Martell. Now, Martell, one thing about it, his suits might be tight, and they are. But he be looking cute or whatever. So him and Sheree arrive. And all the girls are talking. Everybody was like, she really brought him to this party? Like, really? And they were like, I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, duh, that's her storyline. She need Martell. Of course she gonna bring him to the party. Even Kenya was over there like, girl, look, the whole thing is he was all up in my DMs, you know what I'm saying? And y'all saw that. She was like, so I don't understand why she bought him. But Kenya gives her a read and says she needs to be on a reality show that's called Watch Me Date These Dumb Dudes. And I almost hollered. I ain't gonna lie. If Kenya ain't good for nothing to read, it's one thing she good for, girl. It sent me through the floor when she said that. Because Sheree is dating dumb dudes. And she's dumb. It ain't even the dudes. Anyway, so we find out that Wreck-It Ralph and the new girl Courtney are actually cousins, but honestly, we really don't give a damn. We don't. Anyway, Sanya and Ross arrives. They looking good, ready to party. Sanya gets up on the mic and gives a shout out to her man and says she loves her man and she gonna stick beside him with the girl in the back, you know, looking like a ghetto ballerina. And they up there, you know, thanking everybody for coming down to the party because the party is actually looking like an actual success, much better than that Party City thing she had last season. So now Marlo is over there talking to Courtney and she asking Courtney, girl, what's tea, girl? What's going on with you and Candy? And she said, well, you know, Candy called my friend and asked my friend, you know, about me. And I really felt like, girl, you was worldwide. Why is you asking about me? And I'm sitting here going, Courtney, none of this makes sense. Is this a scheme Sheree set up? I don't know. That's just what it's given. But anyway, the other girls are over there talking. And Candy brings up the fact that she heard Martell was over there dating somebody else in ATL. Now, I looked at her speak on it, and she said the other person was her cousin. First of all, Candy can everybody in Atlanta. First of all. So, if she said Martell was over there trying to get at her cousin, I believe you, Candy. I believe he did that, because that's just how he is. But anyway, Candy says she don't know what's going on with this. Kenya goes on to pull Sheree aside because she wants to have a conversation with her and Monietta. So they grab Sheree and that leaves Candy over there with Sanya and the new girl Courtney. Now when they pull Sheree aside, they basically have a conversation and tells her, Molly, you in danger, girl. Basically, they pulls her aside to tell her, girl, the word on the curb is your man is running around here all over these ATL streets. While this is happening, Sanya asking Candy if she knows Courtney. And Candy was like, I mean, I seen her, but I don't really know her like that. Like, what's tea? Or whatever. Now, keep in mind, Marlo had already asked Courtney if she knew Candy. And she was over there telling her that her friend called her and said Candy asked about her and saying that they were friends. And then we find out when Candy confronts her, the story basically changes. And she's basically like, girl, no, I was just told that you said X, Y, and Z. But it was nothing like what she said originally. But either way, they get into it. They going back and forth. Because one thing Candy don't do is play about her man, or her business, or her food. And Candy was like, girl, you bucking up on me. You need the bag back. Courtney said, girl, I don't need the bag back a goddamn thing. What are you saying? Now, Sanya did jump in and tell her, girl, look, I ain't gonna lie. It was coming off real like you had the issue, so you need to apologize. And she apologized. She said, I'm a woman. I can apologize, Candy. I ain't mean to come off like that. But, you know, I felt like I was just giving the energy that was given to me. Courtney, you tried it. Courtney, You came on here thinking you was gonna get a moment. All Sheree friends come on here thinking they getting a moment and they never get one, girl. You tried it and you about to fail already. I hope you don't have a peach. I didn't pay attention to the intro, but I really hope you don't have a peach because you don't deserve one. Anyway, so they over there kikiing it up, you know, Kenya and Monyetta and Sheree. And Kenya drops the bomb and tells Sheree, girl, look, your man was in my DM, girl. Now, Candy had already told you, Kenya, if he never tried you, and this was long ago, don't worry about it. But you decided that it was necessary that you go down and tell this girl anyway. And here we are. So now Sheree was like, well, shoot, let me see. If he was in your DM, let me see. Now, I don't remember Kenya showing her the DM or not. However, I do feel like it was unnecessary. I mean, I probably would have told my friend, but I would have told her when it happened. I wouldn't have waited until, you know what I mean? It was later on. I would have told her when it happened. That's just me. But, you know, Kenya made it obvious to say that that's what it was. And Sheree was like, well, bet, let's call him over here. Get him over here then. If that's what it is, get him over. Get him up here. Let him say what he got to say. And we all know not Sherelle. Lord have mercy. We all know Martell is a biatch. And he gonna come over there and argue with women. That's what he do. And I'm just wishing Sheree didn't do that. But that was the end of the episode. Sheree, your new man ain't worth a dime, just like the old one wasn't. He's still in love with his ex-wife. And you calling him over there to get into it with women. And it's making me question all of y'all. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about the first episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We are long overdue because these other reality show girls have not been given. We really needed Portia back, to be honest. At the very least, we need Portia back. If we can't get Portia, at least give us a snippet of Nene. I mean, goddamn, somebody call on the phone or something. Anyway, y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on TikTok. Y'all know the usual, per usual. And I will see y'all hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.